Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. So what are we going to do today? We had start with the area of series for the practice questions. That means we start with the basic level of questions. So we are going to continue with the cluster of questions today. Today I think most of the questions are from the module A itself. Slightly a few questions are there from module C as well, but more from module A. First of all, if you like these particular sessions, then please go ahead and like the session because one single like definitely makes a difference. And at the same time, please share this particular session among your peers. Okay, everyone, what are we talking about? Here comes the first question. Dash is a science and art of correctly recording all those transactions that result in transfer of money or money's worth. Bookkeeping, accounting, accountancy, or none of the above. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Dash is a science as well as an art of recording of all those transactions that result in the transfer. When we're talking about the transfer and other working now, that is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is doing nothing, no analysis, no study. We have only one thing, that is bookkeeping. We maintain the books of accounts. So here comes the next question. Under this concept of accounting, incomes are recorded when they are received in cash or expenses are recognized on or that is during the accounting period in which they arise. If they are in which they arise irrespective of what they are paid, a hybrid system or accrual basis or cash basis or double entry bookkeeping. Double entry bookkeeping is basically the basic level through which we record everything, है ना? That's one of the basics that we know about, right? So what are we going to do with the answer there? Okay, so let's talk about this specific area as well. When we talk about the incomes are recorded when they are received in cash and expenses are recognized when they arise, when you are writing about the due basis of expenses and cash basis of incomes, है ना? This is how the question goes. Income is on only and strictly on cash basis, while the expenses are on the basis of their due basis. So can I say in this case the correct answer is hybrid? You know, you have both the systems, that is expenses as well as incomes. Isn't it, everyone? Next question, everyone. Long-term internal liabilities plus the long-term debts plus the current liabilities minus the amount blocked in fixed assets. This is the formula of what exactly, everyone? Look at the formula very carefully. Gross working capital, net worth, net working capital, or capital employed. What's going to be the answer? Long-term internal liabilities plus long-term debts plus current liabilities. Acha, we are looking at all the liabilities except equity, yeah? And we are looking at all the fixed assets. Matlab, can you see we have got all the fixed assets here. We have got the internal liabilities and all the money that we are paying plus the current liabilities as well. In this case, what we are finding is net working capital. How are we finding the net working capital, everyone? Long-term internal liabilities, matlab this has also got capital plus the long-term debts are here, then the current liabilities are here. This gives us total liabilities. From total liabilities, if you remove only the area of the amount which is there with the fixed assets, matlab this is long-term debts, long-term assets are removed from the total. So what are we left with? If technically enough fixed assets are here and current are here. So technically what you're doing is CA minus CL. That is why they say this is net working capital. Okay, that's the formula. Everybody all sorted? So let's move on. Net working capital formula is actually current assets minus current liabilities. That's the formula. Okay? Acha everyone, if you like this particular session of mine now, then please go ahead and like this particular session and don't forget to share it among your peers. Okay, moving on to the next question. Under this principle, the accounting data must be verified. In other words, documentary evidences of transactions must be made which are capable of verification by an independent respect. Duality concept, full disclosure, objectivity, or matching concept. What's the answer, everyone? Under this principle, the account data must be verified. You have to review it again. See, the point is, if you tell me that, ma'am, I think we have an expense of this much amount, I should be having a proof of that particular amount, no? Isn't it? Then, so what should be the answer in this case? The answer is objectivity. Objectivity principle clearly says if you say that the expenses this or expenses that, you need to prove it as well. If you cannot prove it, then what's the fun? You need to prove that part as well, na? Done, everybody? So let's move on to the next question. Acha, expenses plus losses plus assets is equal to revenues plus gains plus liabilities. Can we see this part, everyone? This is related to the area of realization concept, balance sheet equation, full disclosure, or double entry bookkeeping. Everybody, what's going to be the answer? Realization concept is based upon cash basis. Balance sheet equation is based upon the area of the assets is equal to the liabilities plus capital. Full disclosure is based upon you have to tell everything that is happening in the business. Everything in anything and everything that is happening around the business, it has to be told. So the correct answer is balance sheet equation, everyone. The balance sheet equation. This is equal to assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. If there are incomes, it would be added. If there is an expense, it would be subtracted. So if there are losses, they are normally a part of this area. Because it's a minus here, na? It would be a plus there. Got the idea? Done. Let's move on to the next question. Acha, I think this part requires a little zoom in. Okay, visible, everyone? According to the concept of money measurement matlab record everything in terms of money, है ना? If money is coming, money is going out, everything has to be recorded in a proper manner. And this will not be recorded in the books of accounts in terms of simplicity. Number one, it is to the area of simplicity. Number two, the death of the general manager, gratuity paid to the managers after the wife after his death, which will not be recorded. See, what is recorded is the simplicity of general management. See, simplicity is not recorded at all. Death of the general manager. See, the point is this part is also not recorded. You will record whatever amount you are paying to the particular person because he passed away. And the same amount has to be paid to his claimants. That is his family. है ना? Isn't it correct, everyone? So in this case, the correct answer is, see, you have to look forward towards the area of which part explains the money and which part doesn't. First part is not something which is explaining the money. Simplicity is not showing any worth. Death of a manager is also not showing any worth. What shows the worth is the gratuity. है ना? So the answer is A. 1 and 2 are not applicable. Acha, next question. This question is related to the area of prepaid expenses. Now, is it better, everyone? Prepaid expenses are what expenses, everyone? Prepaid matlab the expenses which we are paying in advance. If you pay someone in advance, what will happen? If we pay someone in advance, and it is actually good for the organization. Why is it good? Because you can definitely flaunt about the asset that you have created because you paid the amount before time. Outstanding expenses are those expenses which you are supposed to pay. They are taken into account by the firm on the basis of which of the following concepts: money measurement, accrual basis, or accounting, or cost concept, or dual aspect concept. What's going to be the answer, everyone? When we talk about the accrual partner, that means the only the things are recorded on due basis. When we talk about money measurement, everything is recorded in the form of money. When we talk about the cost concept is basically the concept in which they are saying that the cost of everything, the historical cost, matlab the amount you actually paid for that, has to be recorded. And dual aspect talks about that debit is equal to credit. Okay, that is debit is equal to credit, also called dual aspect concept, where assets plus the assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. That is basic accounting equation, or also known as this equation as well. So what's going to be the answer according to you? If you are recording prepaid and outstanding now, that's because of due basis. I had already given the hint regarding the answer now. So move on to the next question. Health of the proprietor, which affects the business activity and hence the profit, is not recorded in the books due to the following: business entity concept, money measurement, realization, or going concern concept. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Okay. Now, when we talk about the health of the proprietor, see, the point is business and businessman are directly linked in terms of proprietorship, but not something which is linked with the others, because his survival would mean the business is also surviving. If he dies, the entire organization is also dead. But yet, when he puts money into the business, it is different. What is different there? If I invest my money into my business, that is called capital. If I withdraw money out of my business, that is called drawings. Isn't it? So in this case, what's gonna happen? What would be the amount that will be recording? Okay. Now, the correct answer in this case is going to be business entity concept. Because if I put money into the business, it loses its entity. When we take the money out of the business, it loses its entity again. Basically, the business and the businessman are not the same. Oh, business entity. Sorry. There's one more point. Health of the proprietor, which affects the business activity, and hence is the profit is not recorded in the books of accounts. We are not recording this thing because this is not related to money. Your health is not business health, है ना? That is your personal health. That is money measurement concept, everyone. You cannot record someone else in terms of money. So correct answer in this case is this. Though we have done this point. Acha, what is the denominator of ITR, everyone? What is the denominator of inventory turnover ratio? The denominator of inventory turnover ratio. What's gonna be the answer, everyone? The denominator of inventory turnover ratio. Inventory turnover ratio can be defined as uh, this is the formula is cost of goods sold divided by the average stock, where cost of goods sold is opening stock plus purchase plus direct expense minus closing stock divided by the average. Average is what? Opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Done, everyone? What is the denominator? In this case, the beginning inventory and the ending inventory divided by 2. That would be the answer, isn't it? So in this case, the correct answer is going to be beginning inventory plus the ending inventory divided by 2. That's the correct answer. Okay, the answer is D. Interest rate elasticity of the bond. Acha, what's a bond, everyone? Bond is basically the money that you take from someone, isn't it, everyone? When we talk about a bond is exactly what? Bond is basically the money that we borrow from someone. It is always negative number. Elasticity, interest rate elasticity of a bond, it is always a positive number. Or if the interest rate increases now, you will always find the price of it will also go high because it is giving a higher interest rate, so people will run after it. Positive or negative number depending upon the market condition, or positive or negative number depending on the market value. What's going to be the answer? When we look at interest rate elasticity of a bond, when we are trying to find elasticity, it is always a positive number. Then next point, wages paid for installation of machinery is what kind of expenditure? Wages paid for installation, everyone. This is not related to my normal expense. If I'm getting an AC and the AC is not yet installed, it is not ready to use. First of all, someone has to come, he has to transport the AC to my place, and then after this I will be putting up the AC there, है ना? The transportation and installation costs are required to keep the AC at my place. So technically, is it a capital expenditure, revenue, deferred revenue, or none? When there's any expense which is incidental or actually directly linked with the particular machinery or the asset or thereof, this is a capital expenditure. Okay? When anything is used in the business to build up a particular asset itself, that is called a capital expenditure, everyone. Done? Next question. Preliminary expenditure, discount allowed on issue of shares are examples of capital expenditure, deferred revenue, or revenue expenditure, everyone. What's going to be the answer? Preliminary expenses are those expenses which are incurred before the month or before the company is incorporated. Preliminary matlab something which is done way before the organization was even born. ठीक है ना? Done, everyone? So what's going to be the answer in this case? Preliminary expenses or the expenses of deferred revenue. Deferred revenue matlab you did an expense today and the benefit is reaped over a period of time. ठीक है? That is also covered in this area. Okay, so when we talk about this specific area, the answer would be what? Deferred revenue. Revenue is basically based upon the normal revenue of the organization. You know, revenue means income of the organization. The correct answer in this case is deferred revenue expenditure. This is an expenditure that you do before the organization is born and the benefit is reaped over the period of time. Done? So that's it for the day, everyone. But before I end my particular session, let's go on to our website in order to find out our JAIIB classes. Go on to our website, that is www.adda247.com. Go on to the specific area and check it out on the area of JAIIB and CAIIB. Click on the area of JAIIB and CAIIB. Double validity is going on. What else do we need, everyone? Click on the area of double validity. Click on the area of buy now. Use the code Y541 and apply it. And you will get a discount of 80%, everyone, if you download the app right away. And 12 plus 12, 24 months you are getting for both JIB and CIB, sufficient time to cover all the particular topics in a proper manner and to clear the examination as well. So hurry up and use the code Y541 and enroll in our courses now. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be meeting tomorrow at the same time.